Welcome to Aruba, one happy island.
This Caribbean gem, with its white beaches, clear blue sea and unspoiled nature, is world famous.
The capital of Aruba is Oranjestad.
Loved for its nightlife, culinary diversity, the Caribbean atmosphere, luxury boutiques, and the colourful, unique architecture. Cultural heritage is preserved by the Monuments Fund and the government of Aruba,
Such as the birthplace of resistance hero Boy Ecury,
which now houses the National Archaeological Museum of Aruba, showcasing Aruba's indigenous culture. The Aruba National Park was once home to the Cockpit Indians. In the fountain cave, you can still admire their wall paintings. Spanish explorers discovered the island in the 15th century. The Dutch assumed control in 1636. A major boost to Aruba's prosperity came in the 1920s, when 2 oil refineries were opened in the San Nicolas and Eagle areas. During the Second World War, the refineries were critical to fuel supplies for the Allied forces in Europe, making the island a target for German U-boats. However, nightly blackouts rendered the refineries invisible to the Germans, so the torpedoes missed their targets. But they caused terrible loss of life and destruction elsewhere. Aruba produced a great hero of the resistance, Segundo Jorge Adalberto Ecury, popularly known as Boy Ecury. He was born in Oranjestad on the 23rd of April 1922, growing up in a family of 13. 100 years ago, in 1923, the Ecury home overlooked the harbour where the first seaplanes landed. This was the beginning of aviation on Aruba.
Boy's father was the influential businessman Dundun Ecury.
At the end of 1924, he welcomed the first KLM Fokker, named the Snip. With this aircraft, KLM began scheduled flights between Aruba's brand new airport and Curaçao. In 1937, the outspoken Boy Ecury was sent by his father to the Netherlands.
He gained his business diploma at the prestigious St. Louis Institute here in Oudenbosch.
Being black meant he was sometimes bullied, which only strengthened his resolve for justice. When Germany occupied the Netherlands in 1940,
It was a logical step to join the resistance. Together with his Antillean friend Louis de Lannoy,
he sabotaged rail lines, set transports alight, and hid Allied pilots and soldiers from the Germans. Boy's skin color made him vulnerable. He went into hiding in Oosterwijk and Delft.
while remaining active in the resistance.
He was ultimately betrayed in Rotterdam.
While coming out of this church, he was arrested and taken to Scheveningen prison,
where he was immediately sentenced to be executed. On the 6th of November 1944, the sentence was carried out in the dunes at Waasdorp. In 1947, Dundun Ecury brought his son back home to Aruba, where he was buried with military honors. Aruba has autonomous status within the Kingdom of the Netherlands, and KLM has had regular air connections for 88 of the almost 100 years since the first aircraft landed on the island.
The struggle for freedom by Aruba's resistance hero Boy Ecury should never be forgotten. So, for his 103rd birthday, KLM has chosen the restored Ecury House as its Delft Blue House number 103.